Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. I make YouTube videos about different topics. Lately I've been making YouTube videos about what it's like being a 6-foot tall woman. I live in Manhattan. I want to talk a little bit more about a lot of the aggression that tall women deal with. I have had people walk past me and threaten to punch me in the face, threaten to knock me out, threaten to knock me down. I've had them do that hand punching motion. I've had people walk past me and like turn to their friend and call me a tall bitch, and that's happened multiple times. And I've had people walk past me and call me not only tall bitch, but also like transgender. That's happened multiple times. And the insults exclusively come from usually men who are 5'9" and shorter. Sometimes women who are 5'9" and shorter. Rarely do those insults come from a man or a woman that is 5'10" or taller. So that's how I know that it's little man syndrome, Napoleon complex. You're upset that your parents didn't pick somebody taller, so you lash out at people whose parents did pick someone taller because you wish it were you, And that's why it's called Napoleon complex, because a complex is something that doesn't function properly. They tend to, people with Napoleon complex, like men and women, they tend to use tall women as a punching bag. I'm not sure about women that are 5'10" and 5'11", but women who are 6 feet and taller, we deal with a lot of aggression, literally just from like walking on the street, minding our own business, and people will lash out at us and get aggressive with us. Only once have I had someone run up to me and like say shorter, but I've never had anybody run up to me. And of course that person was short and fat and unattractive, a short, fat, middle-aged white male with a bad hairline. They often the ones that are aggressive towards me, inappropriate towards me, they are usually 5'9" and shorter, usually white American, sometimes Black American, rarely Asian or Latino, every age group, 20s, 30s, 40s, maybe even up to 50s. Anytime somebody walks past me and threatens physical violence, they are exclusively 5'9" or shorter, exclusively Black American. Yeah. And I'm not the only 6-foot tall person that has had that experience and had that observation. Other people my height have noticed that, like, out of the tall people that deal with aggression from jealous short people, most of it comes from men who are 5'9" and shorter. The only time a guy that is 5'10" or taller, and a woman, the only time a guy or a woman that's 5'10" or taller will get aggressive with me is if their shorter friend or shorter significant other encourages them to. That is the only time that they ever bother me. And I mean people that I know personally and people that I don't know personally, that's the only time they ever bother me. This is why I don't have sympathy for people with Napoleon complex. I have no sympathy for you. They display like narcissistic, psychopathic behavior. They lash out at you and have all this anger and aggression towards you because they're upset that their parents didn't pick somebody taller. They're not upset because you did something to them. They're not upset because you said something to them. That's not what it is. People with Napoleon complex, when they see a tall person, it reminds them that we got the physique and the height that they wish they got, which triggers them, which causes them to lash out at us. It's a mental health issue. Somebody has something that you want, so then you go and attack them. And the fact that they have something that you want is offensive to you. And so your insecurity and your jealousy tells you that they said or did something offensive when they've done nothing to you. You are just jealous. You are just jealous and insecure and insufferable. So that's some of the aggression that women my height deal with. I've had petite women try to encourage their friends to attack me. That's happened a few times. I've had them try to get their tall boyfriends to fight me. And they'll do this thing where, and I've had short, petite men do this a few times too, where they'll say to their friends, I don't like her. And they'll say it in like this little quiet voice. And it's, yeah, to make it seem like, I think they do it to make it seem like I was picking on them just because I'm tall. Like that happens sometimes. A person with a Napoleon complex, they'll pick a fight with you, but then when you say something back to them, they'll go and hide behind their friends, like not physically, but figuratively, they'll hide behind their friends because they're smaller than you. So they know that everybody will rally around them to protect them, even though they were the aggressor. Honestly, like a lot of tall people will tone themselves down because we sometimes automatically get labeled as the aggressor. Like if somebody shorter than us picks a fight with us, we automatically get labeled as a bully, even though they started it. And if somebody is hostile towards us, we are always expected to be soft and gentle towards them in return. I don't believe in being soft and gentle in return. Like I used to just let things slide, but it's getting, like at one point it got to the point where I had to like tell a few people off, like coworkers and a few classmates. I had to tell them off because they were way out of line. As far as random people walking past me making little comments, I haven't started yelling obscenities back at them yet. I might start. The only thing is that when people walk past me make comments, when I turn around, it's sometimes difficult to tell who made the comment because once I turn around, the person has already disappeared into the crowd. So, and I've seen other women my height deal with aggression too. Like I saw this woman, she was blonde. I think she was about 6'3", but she had on heels. She was literally gorgeous. It looked like she was heading out to dinner or out to the movies with her boyfriend. Her boyfriend was this short Latino guy. And I've seen them in Times Square twice. I've actually seen them twice in Times Square. I think it's the same couple. And I think I heard like 3 people walk past her and say, that's a big bitch, or that's a tall bitch, or that's one big bitch. I heard like 3 people say that. And of course, they were, all of them were no taller than 5'9", because it's always them. That little angry men. They use tall women as a punching bag. But then when tall men that have been picking on them since childhood, they pick on them and they don't say anything back to them, and they don't even say anything negative about tall men. Like they have no backbone whatsoever. Little angry men will not say anything back to tall men that pick on them. They won't even say anything negative about them. Short women literally will run up to men under 5'10", I guess, and hurl insults at them right to their face because they cry about it on Reddit and TikTok. They won't say anything back to them. Their girlfriends will belittle them. Their mothers will belittle them. Their coworkers will make fun of them or hurl insults at them, and they'll just laugh along. They won't say anything back to them and then go cry about it on Reddit. Women that are between 5'2" and 5'5", they're pretty open about how they don't want to be with men under 6 feet. They don't want children that are shorter. They want tall children. And I mean, they openly express their hatred for men under 6 feet on every social media platform. They're wide open about the way they feel. But because they're tiny, men don't see them as a threat. So they don't say anything back to them, and they don't even say anything negative about them. Which is fascinating because for women my height, they will not hesitate to get aggressive with us completely unprovoked when we did not say a word to them. Even when you didn't even come near them, they won't hesitate to get aggressive with you. So men who feel bad about their height, I'm not talking about the ones that don't bother tall women, like the ones that pick fights with us and lash out at us when you didn't do anything to them. I mean, at the end of the day, the same men that get aggressive with me unprovoked, I mean, those are the same men that have been crying themselves asleep at night since childhood, wishing that they were 6 feet. Those are the same men that stare at themselves in the mirror, standing on their toes, wondering what they would look like if they were taller, wondering what their lives would be like if they were taller. So, in a sense, like, I've already won, in a sense, you know? I like being a tall woman. I'm tall and I'm slim and I'm proportionate. Like, I like being that way. But yeah, they try to use women my height as a punching bag. I have no sympathy for them, and you shouldn't feel sorry for them either. Leave me your commentary below. One other thing, anytime tall women talk about the aggression, the unprovoked aggression that we deal with, people like to say to us, well, I've never seen a tall woman get attacked. I've never seen a tall woman get bullied. Just because you've never seen it happen, that doesn't mean it doesn't happen. You've never seen a tall woman get bullied because you never see tall women. We're statistically rare, number one. Number two, everybody who picks fights with us is exclusively 5'9" and shorter, which is they're a part of the crowd. They don't stand out from the crowd, which is why you wouldn't notice. And number three, when people pick at us, they're usually discreet, which is because bullies are good at being discreet. But like I said, the same people that lash out at me have been crying themselves asleep at night since childhood, wishing that they were tall. So I've already won. Anyways, like and comment and share and let me know your thoughts. Bye.